Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sunny Side. I'm Sunny, and today I'm going to rank the top most overrated signs of the Zodiac. Alright, but first things first, I created a Patreon account and a PayPal donation button, and there are links to that in the description box below, for everyone who can help support the channel financially. Every little bit helps, and I super appreciate all the support. There's also a link to an Amazon.com wishlist for those who prefer to help like that, because some people prefer gifts. Just saying. Anyways, and as always, if you like the video and you like to support it in other ways, then please continue to give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends on Facebook, and definitely tweet it out to your homies on Twitter. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. Every little bit helps, and I super appreciate all of the support. I really do. Alright, next. I am a professional astrologer, for those who don't know, and I do write the horoscopes for the Echo newspapers up here in British Columbia, Canada. And if you'd like a personal reading, or if you have questions about love and money or relationships or whatever, then simply email me at the email above, and I'll get that back to you as soon as possible. And of course, there are links to all of this in the description box below. Alright, that's the admin. Let's get to the action. Alright, here we go. I'm not pulling any punches today, okay guys? So take it all with a grain of salt. If you have to take a grain of salt, then go get some right now, because I'm going to spill the beans. Now, as you guys know or you don't know, for those who've been watching here, there are a lot of signs who are getting by on reputation. And just to let you guys know first, this wasn't an easy list to do. And although I ranked it in order, it's not really in any particular order, okay? Just letting you guys know. Truthfully, everyone is overrated to some extent, or, in some way or other. But everyone's also underrated as well, alright? And it all depends on what. And today, anyways, I'm going to list the top overrated signs by their most common reputation. So keep in mind, not everyone within every sign is going to act a certain way, and some of the guys within a certain sign are way underrated by reputation and way underrated. But at the same time, some of the guys are way overrated by reputation, and that's what today is. So once again, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below, and I'm sure you have your own list, and I'm sure you guys have a lot of, once again, every single sign could have made this list in some category, and that's just the action. So if you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the description box below. Comment section. Don't you write in my description box. What the hell's wrong with you? Alright, here we go. Alright. Alright, now some of this stuff really does bug me, right? But at the same time, I'm pretty chill today, so I don't really care. And anyways, here we go. Everybody sit back and get ready, and go double Scorpio on your ass. Not single Scorpio. Double Scorpio. Double Scorpio. Whoa! I'm shitting myself, sonny. Yeah, well, you better shit yourself twice, because here it comes, player. Okay. Whatever. Okay, here we go. Alright, so let's start there. That brings us to number 5 on today's list. Scorpio. Alright, first, like everything else on this list, some of it is very real. Alright? Then again, some of it doesn't really hold weight across the board, okay? So be careful. So, Scorpio. Yeah, Scorpios have a reputation, right? Scorpios have a major reputation, Anyways, okay, so Scorpio's biggest reputation is for being the most passionate lovers of the Zodiac. And by and large, they really are, okay? They are the most passionate sign. But it goes both ways. Like every part of everyone's personality, the passion has to be drawn out of them. You can't just expect them to look at you. You can't expect a Scorpio to look at you and then to get all, hot in the pants and get ready for some, some jiggy fun, because, it doesn't really play like that. I guess for some of them it does. For some of them it really does. That's the reputation. Alright. Yeah, Scorpios have... Okay, but it goes both ways. Like every part of everyone's personality, the passion has to be drawn out of them. This is relationship stuff. You can't just expect them to look at you, get turned on and attack. Scorpio just doesn't work like that. If you want shallow, no strings attached, jiggy, hop in the sack fun, then, you should be looking at an Aries or a Leo or a Sagittarius, one of the fire signs. They will totally play pump and dump with you every single night of the week. That's just the way they do it. But Scorpio, that's a different animal altogether. To release the crazy over-the-top passions of a Scorpio, and make no mistake, they are crazy and they are over-the-top and they are ridiculously passionate. But you have to be 100% devoted to each other. Scorpio is psychic, and they can tell if you're all in or if you're holding back. And it's not physical. You know, it's about intimacy. I'll say it again. It's not physical for Scorpio, although it's physical. It's not. It's Scorpio's a water sign. It's emotional. It's about intimacy. You know, I hope you guys can figure that one out. So, if Scorpio, if they don't feel like they have a special intimate connection with you, or if they think that you're hiding something, or if they're hiding something, and and are hiding something that, okay, or if there's something. I can't figure out what I wrote here. So for a Scorpio, if they think you're hiding something, or if the Scorpio is hiding something, or just imagined or perceived or whatever, they're not going to give you 100%. All right? Just a heads up. And unlike the other signs, Scorpios can't cruise along at 80 or 90% and be happy. They just can't. They'll drop way down to a solid, going through the motions, 25%. You know, something. So Scorpio, you're not 100% committed to your Scorpio and they're still in the game, they're dying inside. They're slowly dying inside, and they just don't have the gas to give you their action to live up to the reputation. Anyways, they'll drop way down to a solid, going through the motion, 25%, because, like, well, you didn't open up, so why should they? You know, straight up. And it's sad, because I've seen it a bunch of times between many different signs, all right? When I was a hypnotherapist, you know, your job as best friend and lover is to draw out the best of each other. And if you can't do that, then you guys don't belong together in the first place, you know, straight up. And when dealing with a Scorpio, once again, they can feel the connection. And if they don't feel the intimacy, then you ain't going to see the passion. And that's just the straight truth. Not just for Scorpio, okay, but for all other signs. So number 5 on today's list of most overrated signs is Scorpio. All right, next. Let's get into the action. Let's pick up. Let's get a little happier here. Let's enjoy the hate a little more. Okay, how about this one? I know you're not going to like this one, but here we go. Number 4 on the most overrated action list is Pisces and their psychic ability. Did I flinch? Did I blink? I didn't think so. All right, hold on. First, just like everyone on the list today, you're going to find a lot of examples of guys who are not only overrated, okay, but there are also guys on this list who are actually way over the top when it comes to stereotyping. Meaning, some Scorpios are so loving and so passionate and so sex crazed that you can't even calibrate it. They are like that. All of them are like that. But you have to draw it out of them. All right? And the same thing holds true for Pisces. There are some Pisces out there who are so psychic. They're going to tell you what the color of your underwear that you're wearing is tomorrow. Okay? That's how psychic Pisces is. It is a serious kind of thing. But it's not like that for all of them, and it's definitely not like that for most of them. Okay? Just saying. Okay. Pisces hide behind their reputation, like more than any other sign, Pisces hides, except for Scorpio maybe. Pisces definitely hides behind their reputation. And everyone buys into it because when most people think of being psychic, they think of the artsy-fartsy, dreamy kind of, woo, I'm getting a hit. Yeah, you better back the Jackson up before I give you a hit, playa. Straight up, I'm not impressed by your woo action. Like, woo, Sonny, tomorrow you're gonna wear... Why are you telling everybody what my underwear is? It's back down. All right, just saying. Just saying. You know, okay, calm down. But that's what they think of, people think of when they think of a psychic. They really do. You wouldn't believe how many... Okay, next. Anyways, but it's not the only kind of psychic that, okay. Anyways. Okay, now, just letting you guys know, there are many different types of psychic, and Pisces isn't just that kind of psychic, okay? Just letting you know. But it is how Pisces looks almost all the time. They look like that. They dress like that. Their eyes got that sleepy thing happening. That's what Pisces looks like. But we should all know that just because someone looks the part doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to get the gig. You know what I'm saying? I know you hear me, but I also know you don't feel it. Okay, you guys go on appearances. All right, not all of you. Okay. Anyways, yeah, Pisces is dreamy, but being dreamy has nothing to do with being psychic. And, you know, like, just nothing. There are tons of different ways to do it. And anyways, Pisces is emotional. Oh, alarm's going off. Got to get to the... Anyways. Okay, yeah, Pisces is emotional, but show me where it says you have to be emotional to be psychic. Like, seriously. Yeah, Pisces is dialed into the environment around them, but being aware of the moods of people around you doesn't make you psychic. It makes you sensitive to the moods around you. And that's all there is to it. I mean, it's straight up. Emotional intelligence isn't the same thing as psychic ability. It's just not, you know? And Pisces says everyone fooled. Yeah, they look the part. Yeah, they act the part. Yeah, they talk the part. And sometimes they even are the part. But more often than not, well, it falls into the category of what Pisces actually does best. And that's present themselves in an ethereal dream that's there for emotional support to help the underdog. And that, my friends, is a far cry from being psychic. But that role that Pisces really does play in this real dynamic story of life that we're all walking through, that's what the psychic looks like. So, anyways, yeah, lots of Pisces are psychic. No, they're not all psychic. Are they overrated? Oh, hell yeah. Pisces is completely overrated. Number 4 overrated sign, Pisces. All right, next. Okay, well, there are a lot of people who keep telling me that there are different types of intelligence, all right? Now, this one is funny. Now, I don't know if it's funny for you, but it's definitely funny from this chair that I'm sitting in, okay? Because when I was accepted into Mensa, you guys get that? Over 20 years ago, you know? Just saying, my entrance exams didn't have any music on them, all right? You know, my entrance exams didn't have any emotional or intuitive questions on it. I own a music studio. I do write psychic readings, all right? Just saying. The tests also didn't have any names or dates or facts or even an essay section. Some of them do. The ones I had to write didn't, right? But it was timed, you know, and it was extremely difficult. And I'm bringing all of this up because our next sign, number 3 on today's list, well, these guys, you know, they totally consider themselves one of the smartest signs in the entire zodiac. And that's number 3, Virgo. All right. Okay, so, Sonny, you're perfect. You know everything. You got the cool hair. You got the cool drawings. You got the cool voodoo doll. Everything cool. Okay, no. A little bit, but no. Like, seriously, that's not the point here. I know some brilliant Virgos out there, okay? That's not the point. Here, what are we doing? Okay. Let's say that there are different types of intelligence, okay? Maybe, no. Anyways, let's just say there are. Okay, fair enough. But I've never seen any of those types of intelligence described in a way that has to do with reciting facts. All right? That's know-it-all kind of dictionary stuff. And Virgo is by far and away the best at it in the entire zodiac. Virgo is Mercury energy in an earth sign, and that's straight up factual. Mercury, thinking, questioning things, right? Goofing around. Earth, tangible, physical. It's facts, okay? Mercury in an earth sign is all about facts. Yeah, Virgos, it's not really debatable. Virgos see all of the details, and they see more details than almost any other sign. They process a remarkable amount of tangible information, and they're able to recall it in a moment's notice. They really are that good. Virgos really know their stuff, right? But then again, so does my smartphone, okay? But it can't play piano, it's not intuitive, and it's not in tune with surrounding emotions. You know, my phone can't connect the dots of abstract ideas or bring them into manifestation, nor can it create rude matter or bring, it can't create art or bring rude matter, bring due form out of rude matter. It just can't do that. And for the most part, there are a lot of Virgos who have problems with that as well. So just saying. Virgo is definitely a brainer. Don't get me wrong. And, okay, don't get me wrong. They are an indispensable part of every team, and they definitely know their stuff. That's kind of important, right? Okay. But there's a lot more to intelligence than being able to recall facts. Number 3, most overrated sign, Virgo. All right. Okay, now look. If I'm going to sit here and throw stones, okay? Here, hop in there. I'll be in a sec. If I'm going to sit there and throw stones, especially at guys like Virgo and Scorpio, then I guess we should also take a quick swing at at Aries, okay? Yeah, a little. Like, once again, every single sign could make this list in some way or other. So here we go. Aries. I'll pick on you guys now. Look at what, Sonny? Are you really gonna say that Aries doesn't argue all the time? No, not at all. Okay, but seriously, when it comes to Aries, we really do have a situation where a few bad apples ruin it for everyone. Aries isn't really that argumentative. Not to me anyways, they're really not. And I actually know quite a few humble and genuinely sweet Aries who are peaceful and loving, like I just do. I've known them my whole lives. Anyone can argue, right? And that behavior isn't reserved for just Aries. No, it's Aries' reputation for being fearless and jumping into the unknown or dangerous waters. Because, except for a few truly fearless ones out there, and there are definitely a bunch of fearless Aries out there, definitely, okay? For the most part, Aries attacks visible and easy to reach targets. And this shouldn't be news to anyone. Aries kind of a bully. They go for the easy kill. Alright, now, Aries isn't exactly known as a long-range or deep-probing kind of sign to begin with, right? And although they are quick to jump into the action, Aries is very much into fast game. They're impatient, and they don't like to wait, and this goes doubly for their goals and their targets. You know, this is why you see Aries dating, alright? I don't know why I wrote this thing. I forget. I started talking about Aries and dating, okay? This is why you see Aries dating high visibility targets. And they also date some of the softer signs, okay? So Aries tends to go after, like, waitresses, you know, like strippers and stuff, you know? They go after the coffee barista. You know, they date people they work with. They go after brothers and sisters of their friends, right? It's not a big deal either, but it usually isn't something that takes any kind of thinking or long-range game. You know? Aries uses caveman-style seduction, and they keep going, which is why, Aries date a lot of Tauruses, they date a lot of Pisces, they date a lot of Cancers. These are all signs that are passive and reserved, and for the most part, they're simply more than happy for the attention. You know, not always, but just saying, you know. And, you know, but put Aries up against a demanding Leo or tell it like it is Sagittarius, and suddenly you're going to see a very different type of ram. All right, it really is easy, okay? It really is easy to be competitive when you're dealing with wallflowers, right? Or people who, you know, one of Aries' go-to games is they like to buy people stuff, you know? They're like, okay, just say it. You know, anyway, so for the wallflower types and the, you know, the types that like when you buy them stuff, that's Aries. Boom, boom, boom. They're in so fast, it's not even funny before they can even blink. Anyways, but put them up against some serious competition, Aries suddenly goes quiet. And that's totally not a flinch, and it's straight up. You know, number 2 most overrated sign, Aries. But again, with all these signs on this list, I wouldn't push them. I wouldn't push a Scorpio's passion. I wouldn't push a Pisces psychic ability. I definitely wouldn't push a Virgo on brains. And you shouldn't push an Aries because they're definitely gonna. If they can see you, they're gonna fight you. If you walk 2 steps away, they'll never find you. But like, if they're in the game, you're in trouble. All right, next. Okay, who's the number 1 most overrated sign? All right, there are a lot of them. And I was talking to some people today, and so decided to throw this one in just for some fun. Okay, once again, everyone is overrated for some things and completely underrated for others. And although this list is numbered, right, they're all numbered, right? The signs could easily be in any order. So what I'm saying is any number of the remaining signs out there could be here at number 1, you know? And they could be here for any number of reasons. But for today, again, I think we're going to have some fun and say, our number 1 sign on the list today has a reputation as a goody-goody. People call them soft, artsy, emotional, crybabies, pushovers, passive-aggressive wusses. They're wallflowers who will do anything to be part of the scene and to have you like them. And that is, and they're one of the number 1 signs of letting themselves be taken advantage of. But like I've always said, there are a bunch of zodiac signs that have you fooled straight up. And although these guys appear like softies on the outside, they're quite dark and calculating on the inside. And that, my friends, you guys already know, is Cancer. Yep, easily. Cancer runs hot, cold, faster than any other sign in the entire zodiac. I mean, sure, they're there for you and they do all the little extras, and yeah, it's a lot. But look closer, okay, and you'll see 2 things. Everything Cancer does is on their terms. It's a very rare occurrence that Cancer will step out of their comfort zone. Like, seriously, okay? Very rare. So before you go and feel all extra special that, you know, because all of the good things Cancer does for you, and it is a lot, all right? But you should keep in mind that without any question, if it wasn't you, they would be doing it for someone else. Straight up, that's a lock, okay? That's the way they are. But it's not why they're overrated. I mean, they really are a very giving sign, right? It's not really a debate here. But their goody-goody nature definitely is. And I've alluded to it before, and I'll say it again. Cancer is ruled by the moon. Like, it's the moon, guys, which is the darkest celestial body that the astrologers look at. Yeah, it is the brightest, but it's also the darkest, okay? It's dynamic. Cancer has the most dynamic range of expressions in the entire zodiac. Anyways, the moon, I mean, think about it. The moon goes completely dark on a regular basis, and so does Cancer. You know, yeah, they have a reputation of being softies, but Cancers are straight up no pushovers. Sure, it looks like it because they get emotional, but truthfully, you should have a second look at what's really happening. Cancer is cardinal energy, which means they're straight up going to do whatever they want, okay? And that's a fact. Straight up. So go ahead and push them, you know? Go ahead and abuse them. Go ahead and call them names. Cancers aren't nearly even remotely as nice as you think. They're just going to do whatever they do. And you just happen to be there for them to do it too. And this is something that you should always try. Like, it's a water sign. The water signs expect you to dump on them. That's like part of the deal. Pisces knows it's coming. Cancer knows it's there. Scorpio totally knows it's there. So heads up, okay? It's kind of happening. So go ahead and push them. You know, go ahead and abuse them. They're just going to do whatever they want to do. They do it all the time. Cancer, it's the moon. You only ever see one side of it at the same time. You know? Anyways, Cancers do get bored, and they all have a secret side, just like the moon. And they will fight back, and they will jump at a better offer. And no, they'll never admit it, but it's only at half the scene. With Cancer, you only see half the scene, and that's the nice side. And that is a total lot. Cancer is way, their niceness is way overrated, or maybe their harshness is way underrated. But Cancers are some of the baddest of the badass of the entire zodiac, and that's something that's a total lock, and you guys could learn that the hard way if you want. It's all fine. Anyways, Cancer isn't a wuss, and they're a lot darker than you realize. But they don't generally want to fight, so they're not going to. But don't be fooled. The crab is a very dark side, and if it comes out, you're going to regret it. Number one, most overrated sign, or underrated. I guess it all depends on how you look at the list. Overrated, underrated, is Cancer. And that's the action, everybody. I hope you guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for hanging out. Hope everyone's having an absolutely wonderful week. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. From TheSunnySide.net, I'm Sunny, wishing everyone the absolute best of a beautiful week. Take this list with a grain of salt, and I really do want to hear your comments, because when it comes to being overrated or underrated, I don't really care. Like, in my world, talent gets you the gig, personality loses you the gig, and if you can't hang, you can't hang. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. From TheSunnySide.net, I'm Sunny, wishing everyone the absolute best of a beautiful week, and I'll see you guys soon.